The latest in robots and space technology, robots, robot waiters, and space robot perseverance. Watch this week's release to the end and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. A shopping mall in Bangkok has found a great way to win back customers by launching a four-legged canine robot to give away disinfectant to customers. The robot, with its cheerful backlighting on its legs and the frighteningly marked 5G, moves offline, though that doesn't mean it's not being monitored by a remote operator. The Robotic Systems Lab has also found a useful application for its animal robot. Recently, the robot received sensory stops, which we told you about in the last news release. They allow it to feel the tilt of surface and maintain its balance. Now it has been trained to find damage on concrete walls in the sewer system with these feet. Engineers at the University of California at San Diego are also working to improve the legs of their robot. A latex membrane sphere was added to the legs so the robot could move faster on uneven surfaces such as pebbles. Inside, they're filled with regular ground coffee. The loose substance helps the legs to take shape of the surface and not get bruised in the pebbles. On the one hand, the robot can adapt to a wide variety of landscapes. On the other hand, the latex membrane is not a particularly strong material. ABB Robotics demonstrated the joint dismantling of mechanical watches by robots and humans. The precision of the Yumi robot's gripper and vacuum tooling allows it to work with even the smallest details. The technology has not yet been implemented, but it demonstrates how the robot can be used for such a delicate operation. We're not even sure if this is a robot, but the manufacturer is positioning it that way. Presso is a dry cleaning machine that is fully complete in just 5 minutes. The company says it uses soft robotics to properly hold the clothes and then clean, disinfect, press, and dry them in just 5 minutes. The machine was used in hotels, but after adding the disinfection function, the film industry has gained interest in this machine. Meet OmeletBot, and it doesn't just make omelets, it cooks them specifically for you. In order to realize the idea of the individual approach, engineers had to teach the robot to accept and understand the feedback about his culinary masterpiece from humans. The robot then adapts this recipe and techniques to your taste. The complexity of the system is the subjectivity of each client's individual feelings. The robot has to understand the nuances of 3 indications: taste, appearance, and texture, rated on a scale from 1 to 10. Then, the robot achieves the desired result by changing the amount of salt and pepper, the duration of beating, and cooking time. Engineers at the Sherbrooke University in Canada have developed a hydraulic arm that attaches to the user's thigh and allows the user to pick up fruit faster, work with tools, or punch through walls. The robot arm has 3 degrees of freedom, moves at a speed of 3.4 meters per second, and lifts up to 5 kilograms. But today, it is completely dependent on the operator's control. The manipulator itself weighs only 4 kilograms, but uses a cumbersome external power supply, limiting the user's mobility. At the same time, gentle and powerful, the robot can potentially give you superpowers, but only if you stand still. The workspace of the manipulator is designed so that it cannot hit you in the face. If you add another hand and a battery to your back, you can feel like Goro from Mortal Kombat. A Chinese restaurant with robotic waiters opened in the Netherlands. Although the idea of using robots in public catering is not new, there are surprisingly a few robotic restaurants in the world. However, the COVID pandemic has given this trend a magical kick, and now robotic waiters are not only exotic but also safer, especially if they are timely and disinfected. Robots know how to carry food and drinks, communicate with visitors, and collect dirty dishes. Researchers at the Los Alamos National Laboratory have proven that artificial intelligence is just as important as sleep as we are to rest periods. The lab is studying pulsed neural networks, systems that learn just like the living brain. However, after long periods of self-learning, there was instability in modeling the network. The problem was solved by exposing the neural networks to conditions similar to those experienced by the living brain during sleep. The results of the experiment showed that slow sleep may partially help cortical neurons to maintain their stability and not hallucinate. Now scientists want to implement their algorithm on the Intel Loihi neuromorphic chip, hoping that it will work more stable if they sleep from time to time. If the results confirm they need for sleep in artificial brains, it is expected that the same will be true for androids and other intelligent machines that will appear in the future. NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab has shown that it is the most sophisticated robotic sampling system ever built on a Perseverance Mars rover. It will collect samples from the rocky surface of Mars, seal them into pipes, and preserve them until the next mission, which will bring them to Earth when they arrive. By the way, the new Mars rover Perseverance itself will be fully ready in July of 2020. The task of this new space robot consists of several parts, but its main and unique purpose is to collect samples that the future spacecraft can return to Earth. All Mars robots will stay there forever when they arrive on the Red Planet. Thus, this mission will be the first to bring samples from Mars back to our planet. NASA has also begun building a residential airlock for the Gateway Bypass Station. For this purpose, the agency has allocated $187 million to Northrop Grumman to develop residential and logistic blocks of the Halo station, where the crew will live after arriving in a circumpolar orbit. The airlock is not likely to be a part of the Artemis lunar reconnaissance mission scheduled for 2024, but NASA believes the space station will be very important to the longer-term lunar plans. The Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, has announced the new concept for debris removal on Earth's orbit using laser-equipped satellites. The spacecraft will be launched in 2023. From then on, a radar will start operating on Honshu Island to track space debris threatening Japanese space objects. The main thing being to ensure that the spacecraft does not destroy existing satellites of other countries. At the same time, Roscosmos has patented a skid for catching large space debris, such as spent spacecrafts, upper stage boosters, last rocket stages, and similar objects. They will be caught by a device in the form of a sliding and controlled frame with small thrust engines. Once the space engine debris is inside the frame, the network covers the object and the frame is folded. The debris will then be placed in a disposal orbit or in a dense atmosphere for combustion. Yandex, the Russian-Dutch search engine and web portal company, introduced the 4th generation of Hyundai Sonata-based drones, completely updating the set, location, and configuration of sensors. The appearance of the enclosures for installing additional equipment has also been changed. The new drone was first assembled by Yandex in cooperation with the car manufacturer, so that the Sonata drone moves smoothly and without sudden braking. There are more sensors. Now perimeter cameras have different focal lengths, LiDARs are placed inside the wings and roof, which also has a radar for all-weather vision. This year, 100 such cars should appear on roads of the USA and Russia. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Make sure you like the videos and definitely do not miss another video from the world of high tech.